Namaste, my witchlings. Hello, hello, hello. Not having a good breathing day, so please bear with me and be patient. Yeah. Hey, John. Hey, Will. Hey, Bean and Hazel. Yeah. My lungs are not happy. It is that time of year, I guess. All right. Why do I feel like I'm where I belong, so. How's everybody been doing today? Uh-oh. John's less than optimal today. That sucks. There is shit in the air. Oh? What do you say? Other than the blue wave last night. Not getting political right off the bat, but yeah, I'm so happy. I need to snag my watch, pop it on because it monitors my O2 sats. All right. There we go. There we go. I think I'm mostly ready. Nope, I gotta fix that. Yes, I do hope you're feeling better soon, John. We care. All right. I have an update on a fuzzy butt. Sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic, y'all. Yeah, mice. I got up out of my chair this morning to take the dogs out for their morning pee break, and he stole my chair. He has not hopped up in my chair in at least a week, and I have never been so happy to see him steal my chair. So, yeah, I've never been so happy to call him a furry little bastard. I love my cat. He's getting back to his normal self. Yay! He came out for his treats. He came out for his nightly nip. The only thing he is not yet doing on his own with any regularity is hopping up onto his counter in the kitchen to eat. Now, I know a lot of people will complain about a cat on a kitchen counter, but he knows this is the only counter in the kitchen he is allowed on, and we keep his food on it because, well, some other furry members of the family will eat cat food if they have access to it, and it is not good for them, Sergeant. So, I'm happy. So how's everybody out there doing today? I asked that, but what are we up to on this fine Wednesday afternoon? Or evening, as the case may be for some of us. I'm going to say, please, can we be mindful of the energy we are bringing into my space and be respectful in my chat? Because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you at the Banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right, y'all. I am not doing great today, and it is so frustrating. How is it already November 5th? Seriously. I'm flabbergasted. Oh. Not happy. Not happy. the way my breathing is right now. My watch says, oh, I don't have my pulse ox there. All right, let's see. It gives me an idea if I'm anywhere near close. All right. Come on. It feels funny. All right. That's true. All right. Once my watch is done screaming, nope, it's not going to work today, so screw it. I'm going to take my sip of coffee. That sucks. All right. Take a sip of coffee, and we might as well get started for the day. No, girlfriend. Yeah. Talk later. Sorry. Wow. Oh, you're okay, John. Dude, we are here. We are here for everything. Ups, downs, and everything in between. If you need to, drop some negativity to get some support, that's what we're here for. That is what we are building community to do. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's... Yes, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, yep. Wait. There we go. Ah, I found where I'm going. Sort of. Now, pom, 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 pom. It's amazing that I can type so well with one hand. Hey, Mimi. My lungs are not happy today. Very much not happy. All right. It was a hair. I'm not sure whose hair. It was definitely a fur child hair, though. Oh, this. Boop, boop. Boop. We're going to do this. Ha. Oh, okay. I absolutely love the fact that we have a single key that we just hit. All right, y'all. Let's get moving, shall we? Yes, I think I'm finally ready to actually get some shit accomplished. I grabbed my coffee and took a sip, but forgot to say anything. See? We're going to take a sip of coffee and go get started. And please, do me a favor, consider buying Witchy Mama some coffee and some Tooker treats to keep him content, too. All right. All right, y'all. Eat. All right, y'all. Today's draw reminds us that balance is the key to true victory. Ataxis. What? I'm having trouble breathing. Please bear with me today. So let's try this again. Today's draw reminds us that balance is the key to true victory. Ataxis, goddess of harmony and triumph, guides us to realign our will with peace. Namaste asks, when did you last let your bare feet touch the grass? Self-compassion invites a gentle hand upon your own heart. Offer yourself the kindness that you so freely give others. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all to Dai's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day, we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Dai, your favorite yoga witch and guide through that. So let's step into today's spiral together. Excuse me, so go grab your favorite crystal. I am going to play with a desert rose today. Light your favorite candle or some incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug this afternoon, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It really does help our Witchling circle grow, and it does keep our daily spiral turning. Oh, I hear you, Mimi. My head is today. 2 days in a row that I woke up with a mild headache, and it's just driving me bonkers. Yep, we will talk about the blue wave yesterday during the after party. All right. Is it gonna work? Did it work? Did it work? It worked! Hey! Oof. Okay, that was all of that was about me going from one cup to the other. I'm proud of myself. And now this one can get set. Oh. The white cup is plastic, and I love it. It says, this is a multiple cups kind of day. All right. We have birthdays today. I'm super excited. So let's get dangerous, shall we? Let's get dangerous. All right. We have 2 family birthdays today. First one, well, they are one of my bonus kids. They've been my Munchkin's best friend since about 6th grade, and the Spawn's friend for almost as long. So, Nov, I hope today is a kick-ass day just like you. Oh, good grief. Second, I am not breathing well. Second of all, it is my eldest granddaughter's birthday. Sweetling, I know Mama and Daddy and Big Brother are going to make this the most awesome day for you. I just remember Mama Di, Papa, and Uncle Ark are all wishing you a happy and wonderful birthday as well. So, I don't know! Alright. I don't know why I'm crying, y'all. I'm just crying at everything. Happy birthday to those celebrating birthdays today. We are also sending healing juju and healing energy. Oh, wait. Click that. I remembered. All right. We are also... Yeah. How you doing, Will? We are sending healing juju to Will through his post-operative and to anyone with a loved one dealing with some tough situations right now. And now, as I light this flame, may our light be a beacon of hope and love in the darkness for those stumbling and lost along the way. I also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun violence in the United States, remembering them eternally in our circle. And now with the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us here today. Wow, that just threw wick where I don't need it. Plunk. All right, y'all. Oh, that sucks. Migraines at that time of the month are just forking miserable. Been there, done that 1,000,001 times. We're doing good. All right, y'all. Now, let's go take a peek at what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of this day. We got some good ones. National Men Make Dinner Day. Sometimes the most sacred alchemy happens in the kitchen, the chopping, the stirring, the tasting. It's spell work made edible. Today, let the menfolk wield the wooden spoon and learn that magic is not gendered. Love is the seasoning, intention in the simmer. And our witchy prompt here. If someone cooked for you tonight, what would you most hope they served and why? And then also remember, nourishment, be it feeding others or yourself, is an act of balance and reciprocity. Next is a holiday that hits very close to my heart. My witchlings, today's holiday, this one was chosen for a reason. I am a proud saxophone player. It is National Saxophone Day. There is just something about the way a saxophone breathes. It doesn't just play notes. It pours out soul. Every tone vibrates through your bones like a heartbeat in sound. Music, much like magic, is intention carried on air. It's prana turned melody, the breath made art, and when I play, I feel the exact same flow I do on the mat. Inhale, expand, exhale, release. Let that rhythm carry you. What is the soundtrack to your current season? What note are you learning to hold, and which one are you finally ready to let go and release? Breath, rhythm, and the resonance between body and the spirit. This is the spiral of sound that keeps us in harmony with life. And our last holiday is an important one. International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict. IPWAC? IDPWAC. There it is. IDPWAC. Mother Earth doesn't choose sides, but she bears the scars of literally every battle. Today we remember that peace begins with protection of soil, of water, of the air that fills our lungs. Offer gratitude to the earth beneath your feet. What can you do, even small, to heal rather than harm? Because we need to remember stewardship, peace, magic, and grounding practices that honor our living planet. Mother Earth is not just a thing, she is a living being. That's our holidays for today, y'all. Psycho or Jaws? Yes. That's okay. I think my saxophone and my brain goes to The Heat Is On. Or there was this song that we played. I cannot remember the piece, but we played it in band when I was a senior in high school. Oh, whoops. So there was a piece that we played my senior year in band that there was this really awesome alto sax solo in. And one of my friends and I were fighting over who was going to play the solo. And our band director just went, "Oh, just both of you play it." So we did. Somehow, nobody knows how, we played it in perfect unison. The tweaks to the note, the breaths, all of it. We were in perfect sync. And when we got done, G turned and looked at us and went, "Which one of you played it?" And we looked at each other and went, "We both did." Every kid in that classroom went, "There is no way." And we're like, straight up, we are not kidding. So that is one of my favorite saxophone stories. Today's theme for John is either Psycho or Jaws. Now, the funny thing is, I literally was watching a YouTube video about the coolest hero entrances in cinematic history, and Jaws was one of them. It's a good day. Why does my chest feel like I've got an elephant sitting on it? I feel like I cannot get a good breath. I need to grab the oximeter. I am that concerned. I'll be right back, y'all. Yes. I'm not. I got it. It's not hard to reach over here and grab it. I'm so sorry, y'all, but my asthma is one of those things that I don't play with. And when my lungs don't feel like themselves, we gotta fix it. All right. Do I need to put the batteries in it? I think I do. Yep. All right. Bear with me. Water doesn't help. Trust me, if this was something that just a drink of water would help, I'd have done it a long time ago. The fact that I am slightly wheezing is what has me... I know it's not very, but when you stop and think about the fact that I don't wheeze even in the midst of a massive attack... I am rather unnerved by myself. All right. I got it. That one works. Okay. You know, it's telling that we have 2 pulse oximeters in the house, you know? And it'll pop up and say that I'm at like 98% oxygen sat, but... Oh. Houston? There we go. Now it's up to 97.
How cold is your hand?
Not. The finger that was in the oximeter is chilly now.
Just the one without the nail?
No, I have nails on all of them. So, yeah, apparently I'm sitting at 97% oxygen sat, which isn't awful, but it's not ideal. So, we're going to be monitoring that for the day.
Mine's at 90.
Yeah, there's a problem with that oximeter, so let's see if I can figure out how to put this one back together. There it goes, it
It
clicked.
also said that my pulse was 102. Which,
Probably should have, taken a break while I'm doing this, but y'all deserve to know.
I'm up at 120.
This is my heart rate's 103 and my sats are 90. Oh, now they're at 95. Yeah, we're not doing great today. I will be using the nebulizer again once we're done with stream. That's okay. Life goes on, right? But I will probably be yawning a bit more. So please just be gentle with me today. Oof. I would hit my inhaler, but I literally just 45 minutes ago was on the nebulizer. We're not doing fabulous, but we're doing okay. We're going to live. All right. Let's move on to the cards for the day, shall we, my friends, my loves, my witchlings? Yes, we are definitely into the first level of monetization. We are going to be sitting down If not tonight, latest will be Saturday, and setting up the membership role or membership tiers and roles and stuff and finding out what all goes into that. So I'm super excited. Hey, Dua, how are you doing today? Oh, hello. I swear I have had nothing but coffee. I hiccuped. All right. Jiminy. All right, so moving on to our oracle cards. All right. Our first oracle card today is Some People Never Change. Followed by Sacrifices Must Be Made. Last but not least, we are told, Stand Your Ground. All right, so my interpretation of these three cards today is, because some people never change, the universe whispers that sacrifices must be made. And yes, my witchling, that's never an easy spell to cast. But this is your moment to stand your ground, to hold firm in your truth, and to trust that the shedding makes space for your becoming. Following our oracle are the tarot cards. And our first tarot card is going to be interesting. First tarot is the Chariot reversed. Failure. You have little regard for rules and regulations or the law of the land. Through your power-hungry quest for achievement, you may appear ruthless, bringing about your own downfall. Next, the World reversed. Failure to complete what you have begun. Disappointment and superficial vision. Last but not least, 10 of Rods. You are in danger of taking on more than you can handle. Please don't bite off more than you can chew. All together now. The Chariot reversed warns that the wheels have slipped off the path. Ambition untamed can turn triumph into turmoil. When we chase power without purpose, we lose the rhythm of the sacred journey. The World reversed reminds us that completion still waits beyond the horizon, unfinished lessons tugging at our spirit. And the 10 of Rods shows why you've burdened yourself with more than any one soul should carry. It's time to pause, my witchlings, release the excess, and realign your will with wisdom. Ooh. So that's the tarot and the oracle separately. Let me know what you guys think so far. And then let's braid the oracle and tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. Because some people never change, the Chariot reversed warns that you may be pushing too hard against the current, chasing victory without regard for balance or consequence. The universe whispers that sacrifices must be made, and though the World reversed shows you've yet to finish what you began, it's not failure, but a lesson in alignment. The 10 of Rods cautions that you have taken on more than your spirit can comfortably bear. Stand your ground, witchling, but know when to lay down the burdens that are not truly yours. In doing so, you reclaim your power, your purpose, and the peace waiting on the other side of surrender. Our affirmation with our reading. I release the weight that is not mine to carry and honor the balance between ambition and peace. Fuck my life. Try again. I release the weight that is not mine to carry and honor the balance between ambition and peace. I stand my ground with grace, knowing that letting go is not defeat but sacred redirection. Each sacrifice I make clears the path for my true purpose to unfold in divine timing. That's our affirmation and our reading. What do you guys think? Coffee. Is it asthma chest pain or is it something else chest pain, Mimi? Yeah. It could be anxiety, so please be careful, hon. Stress, it's a killer. That damn movie. Hank Azaria was the voice of Bartok in that movie. All right. You know, I have a feeling I didn't add the self-compassion card to my script today. I'm going to have to fix that soon. All right, y'all. Do we want to read Namaste now? We do. I am so glad somebody finally recognized that quote. Hazel says she loves Anastasia. I have a story about that. Let's move on to Namaste, though. Namaste tells us to take a barefoot walk. Do you remember what it feels like to have fresh grass between your toes? When was the last time you allowed your bare feet to touch the earth and feel everything underneath them? Give yourself a moment to walk barefoot. Invite all the sensations into your body. Walk slowly and calmly. Slow, calm movement that invites vulnerability, like walking barefoot, can help ground you in the moment. Feel your body relax into this exercise. I want to. Then we have self-compassion. That's what I thought. What did I? Hold on. Okay, I want to try something. Warm fuzzy. Place a hand gently on your heart, arm, or cheek. Take a moment to just feel the sensations and emotions that arise. And that is our self-compassion for today. What do you guys think? Haha. And of course, the one time I really, really, really needed the voice to text to cooperate, it did. Yes. Voice to text on my computer can be a very tetchy bitch. I swear I'm going to blow my candle out just trying to breathe here. Okay. Yeah, I will touch on the Anastasia thing once we get to after party. All right, y'all. Next. Next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Today's goddess is Axtis. Axtis, the Iranian goddess of peace and victorious harmony, teaches that true justice begins with inner balance. Her name means victorious peace, reminding us that serenity itself is a form of triumph, one born from creating symmetry where discord once reigned. She inspires us to be the calm within the storm, to hold compassion as our shield and understanding as our sword. Today, honor Axtis by becoming a vessel for peace. Engage in small acts that restore harmony, mend misunderstandings, uplift community voices, or give to causes that pursue global unity. Wear white as a symbol of truce and carry amethyst or carnelian to amplify calm courage. In your words and actions, let serenity ripple outward, for gentle discourse holds the power to heal worlds. That's our goddess. What do you think of her? Oh God, can I do this? All right. And finally, my witchlings. Oh yeah. Isn't she kind of cool? That is true. Ha! I gotta rewrite some things in my script. I keep forgetting. All right, so we now have our wonderful little moment of Zen, a teaching from the Little Book of Zen to carry into our day. So today we have a quote from D.T. Suzuki and a little bit of information about the man. Oh yeah. Zen, in its essence, is the art of seeing into the nature of one's being, and it points the way from bondage to freedom. D.T. Suzuki. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so what I'm laughing about, oh God, that hurts. I just said I used voice to text. I frequently use it when I am making my notes for the show so that he has a script to process and do all of his metadata shit with. And it will censor swear words. And apparently it decided the word bondage was a swear word today. That is amazing. Hello, Mike. Okay, now let's do a little bit of a biography on D.T. Suzuki. In a historic feat of cultural transmission, the lay Zen student and scholar Daisetsu Teitaro Suzuki, 1870 to 1966, introduced generations of Westerners to Zen Buddhism. Beginning with a translation of Ashvaghosha's Discourse on the Awakening of Faith in the Mahayana, D.T. Suzuki published dozens of books and articles that clarified Zen for Westerners. Avoiding both historical and philosophical analysis, he presented Zen as, quote, a wafting cloud in the sky. No screw fastens it, no string holds it, end quote. By the 1950s, when he settled in New York and taught classes at Columbia to the likes of Eric Fromm, John Cage, Karen Horney, and others, Suzuki had caught the popular imagination. His books, direct, humorous, grounded in experience and scholarship, were turning up in paperback. He was profiled in The New Yorker and interviewed on television. In Thomas Merton's words, quote, in meeting him, one seemed to meet that true man of no title that the Zen masters speak of. And, of course, this is the man one really wants to meet, end quote. Zen is the ultimate fact of all philosophy, wrote Suzuki. That final psychic fact that takes place when religious consciousness is heightened to extremity. In Buddhists, in Christians, in philosophers. And that, my friends, is our moment of Zen. That's okay. Oy. Oops. That works. All right. Yeah. I probably should have redone that and put the quote from him after the mini biography. I read through the book as the pages go, you know. Yeah, no. All right, y'all. Boom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Hey, hey. All right, my witchlings. It is time to wrap up the show for the day. So, as we open our circle and extinguish our candle, we give our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us here today. All right. And here is our closing blessing for today. May you find balance where burdens once weighed heavy and stillness where striving once ruled. Let the earth beneath your feet remind you you are held, and the touch of your own hand remind you that you are worthy of care. Breathe deeply, my witchling. Your peace is your power. Namaste, and blessed be. Just a quick, teeny, tiny little reminder. This channel is supported entirely by the Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, just magic and love. So please do the like, share, and subscribe thing. All right. Hey, James, I see you there. You snuck in at just in the nick of time. We're about to go into the after party. I know it's the after show, but my brain goes after party. Don't worry about not having a candle, my friend. That's just what I do here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just move on to the after show at this point. Y'all know to go out and spread love, joy, and kindness. All right. Oh, okay. What am I misunderstanding? Okay. The whole big long? Okay. That makes more sense. My brain is not braining. All right, y'all. Let's now go out there. Okay. Heads up for those who are just coming in. We are wrapping up this part of the show, but we will be right back in about 30 seconds, long enough for me to grab a drink. All right. Now, my darlings, my loves, my witchlings, let's go out and spread love, joy, and kindness because there's already enough darkness and hate. Please, let's try to be beacons of hope and light and love for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up in fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come way, way too soon. And please, my witchlings, always, always, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you have yet to discover it. I was 45 before I did. I love you guys to bits. Namaste, witchlings. Welcome back, one and all. Recording. All right. Ooh, bonfire in Scotland. Yay, that sounds amazing. Mimi is saying thank you to you, my love. Oh, Witchy Mama is tired today. It's been a long week, but that's okay. We're doing pretty good here. A bonfire. That sounds so awesome, James. Granted, it would kill my lungs right now, but, you know, I'd do it anyway. I'll explain. And yeah, all right. So, yes, but it's a Celtic thing. It's a Celtic thing too. So yeah, we try, John. We try very, very, very hard. He's saying, "Be careful! The praise might go to his head." But considering what both of us grew up with, yes, it's rather impressive that we are able to do what we do. Let's just say that neither of us had the most supportive of parents in being able to truly follow our dreams and being able to do this, which for him it was one of his dreams. This is exactly what he wanted to do at one point. And for me, I'm coming from having had my mother look me dead in the face and ask me if I chose my religion strictly to piss her off. Yeah. Being where we are today with the things that we are doing is just miraculous. Yep. Yeah, basically, we so desperately need positive feedback, yet being told that we're doing an amazing job and we're doing good things just feels so wrong. Because we're both so used. It feels weird. It's weird. And it just feels wrong because we're both so used to being told that everything we're doing is wrong, or what we're thinking or wanting to do is wrong. Welcome to the life of an emotionally and mentally abused child or neglected child. Why do you want to do that when this? Yeah, we are the adults unpacking this nastiness in our childhood and realizing that, you know, it wasn't how everybody else was raised, and that other kids were actually praised for following their dreams and doing what they want, and we're not necessarily expected to be mommy or daddy's, you know, clone. Hey, Astrid. Nice. Chipotle and me. I can deal with that. Okay. I mentioned that I have a story about Anastasia. Astrid, you missed me saying stress. It's a killer, like Bartok from the animated Anastasia in 96, 97, 98, somewhere in that time frame. So y'all know that I am a multiple and that I do also have my spirit guides. Well, come to find out that one of my spirit guides, the most outspoken of them, when she was alive, she was the great-grandmother of a very dear friend of mine, or a former dear friend of mine. Haven't spoken in years. And, well, her father was the groundskeeper for the Tsar Nikolai. And her playmates were Anastasia's older sisters as a kid. Now, when she was put on the boat to come to the States, she had what everybody thought was a little sister with her, who unfortunately did not survive the voyage. But there are a number of people who know her who are fairly certain that A, said, quote-unquote, little sister was the reason she was put on the boat, because B, it wasn't her little sister, it was her child, And the child's father, how do I say this without triggering the migraine, was Christopher Lloyd's character in that movie. His name starts with an R, if you're wondering. See, so I watched that movie the first time, could not understand why that particular character gave me a migraine. Until my friend explained once we figured out who Annie was. So yeah, that's my story about watching Anastasia. I absolutely love the movie. It's an awesome movie. I adore Christopher Lloyd. That is literally the only one of his characters that I don't care for. And it's not that I don't care for it, it's that it physically hurts. Christopher Lloyd is an amazing actor. All right, so get it? Yes, it is getting kind of peoply. Mimi says hello to everybody in the other chat, which looks like Hazel and Mike, maybe. So yeah. And now we can scream and gush and celebrate. Yup. We can scream and celebrate the blue wave last night. Oh my good goddess. Did anybody but us happen to catch some of the speeches? I know Bellevue, Washington, which is close to us, and Seattle, both, Seattle, I want to say, kept a black woman in some aspect, and then Bellevue, thank you, John. All right, so Seattle election, Seattle. Thank you. There we go. Okay, there we go. King County Executive Garmay Zahile. King County Mayor stayed Bruce Harrell. City Attorney was Erica Evans. That's the one I was thinking. She's a black woman. Seattle. There's another woman in office. Another woman in office. Another woman in office. Another woman in office. That one I'm not sure. We're going to skip the school board. Washington Legislature. Victoria Hunt beat Chad Magandans. So the Democrat beat the Republican. Thank the gods. I do not like Chad. He's a member of our local Legion post. Legislative District 26. State Senator Deb Krishna Dasan. Another woman. Legislative District 33, both were Democrats. Both are Democrats. Not sure what that is. That one's that's a Seattle thing. So yeah, that's Seattle. I'm so freaking excited about it. And then all of the other frickin' election results from yesterday. Thank you, Mimi. I had fun doing last night's Bitch and Witch. Yep. All right. Sorry, we're checking that is trippy as hell. Virginia Attorney General Jay Johnson. I'm like, when did JR move to... But he's not a Democrat, I don't think. Would not be surprised. It is weird. Thank you, John. That is a topic that because of the way I grew up, I am very, very, very passionate about food stamps and people and welfare and all of that shit. I remember when my oldest brother was married to his second wife, who is my niece and nephew's mom. I have to okay, my oldest niece and nephew's mom, because he has a biological with his first. But when he was married to his second wife, and she was applying for Section 8 and for food stamps and cash assistance and all of that, my mother went absolutely batshit crazy about the fact that she was a fucking welfare queen. And I'm like, what the hell? They can't afford to survive. So isn't that what these programs are here for? And then my mom started going off about how there are these women who will just keep popping out kid after kid after kid to keep getting more and more and more benefits. And I'm like, but that's not how it actually works, does it? Mind you, I was like 15 at the time, maybe 16, and I don't understand it. And I mean, even worse was the fact that we had used those same programs when I was a kid. And oh my God, the cognitive dissonance. And I honestly believe, now that I'm thinking about it, that I am the woman I am today because of my mother. Because I watched who she was, what she said, what she did, the double standards, the hypocrisy, the racism, and all of that, and realized I did not want to be like that. And I'm actually glad I didn't become like that. Because how exhausting must it be to hold all that hate? I mean, I know how difficult it is for me to just hold the frustration I have with certain people. And that's specific people. I can't imagine hating entire swaths of people for something they have little to no control over. Hey, Dark Wolf, you happened to come in at the very end of my over last night's Bitchin' Witch. My podcast last night, I was talking about the government shutdown and the withholding of SNAP benefits for the month of November, etc., etc. And it's a very passionate subject for me because it hits very close to home. I grew up on food stamps and government cheese, and seeing the suffering and the pain that people are living through right now, it hurts my heart. It kind of does qualify as a talking point because it is a major piece of what formed the person I am. I mention it enough. I know what you're saying. Spiel. Yeah. And a big part of that is because of the fact it is so much a part of who I am and how I became who I am today. And I am not, yes, I will probably never run for any kind of government office, any political office, because yeah, I'm a witch with some ghosts and some skeletons in my closet, but I don't hide them. There is no point in hiding them. That was something I learned on active duty. I'm looking for something. Please bear with me. I just had the damn thing. Yes. I learned when I held a security clearance that if I'm open about anything and everything in my past, there ain't a goddamn thing that somebody could hold over my head to blackmail me into selling government secrets. Therefore, I can keep my security clearance. Now, the fact that I can't keep a secret to save my life is a problem. The number of times I have opened my mouth and said something that I really, really shouldn't have, and then realized I shouldn't have said that. We've lost count of the number. Don't mind me. I'm doing my usual. I'm talking and cleaning at the same time. I've got stuff that's been staring at me and just driving me insane for a few days. But yeah, that's... Why should I hide and not talk about the shit that formed the person I am today? If you want to understand who I am, you need to know what made me who I am. Right? Good. Are we all in agreement here? I think so. And oh, Jesus. That's hilarious, John. It really is. That speaks highly of your government's IT people. That's kind of hilarious and scary. There it is. Oh, big surprise. Do. You want to see something really, really, really cool? Check this out. Do you see how big this thing is? That is a garnet globe. It is one of my favorite crystals that I have right now. I love it. But it had gotten dusty, so I needed to clean it. And then because I had nothing to store it in, I was at my business mentor's shop before she closed it and pivoted to another business. And told her that I'd been looking for something to display that on. Now, this is normally like a $20 little thing, and it is made of onyx glass. And she sold it to me for $5, I think, if she didn't just give it to me. Because this woman, she's just amazing. Look at how pretty it is. I love it. And my pretty little garnet. Looks like a pretty globe. And it sits perfectly. The woman is amazing, I tell you. All right, coffee cup can go there. Welcome to my weekly tidy up. Or bi-weekly, as the case may be. Whoops. Hey, fine, me that way. I have one more thing I need to wipe down, but I gotta move a bunch of shit so I can reach it. Oh, there's a frog. Isn't it awesome? I love it. That was the same day that I think she just gave me a piece of Triceratops ruff. Because mine and the Spawn's favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops, and when I spotted those, I squeed and said the Spawn would absolutely love it, and she knows him. This woman... Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. This woman has children that are older than I am to right around my Spawn's age. He is my youngest. And it's just unreal to me. Actually, a couple of her kids are older than I am. And I'm flabbergasted by this. And then I learned that, she came from a quiverful background. And I'm like, now it all makes sense. For those of you who do not know what the quiverful life is, quiverful, you can Google it, but basically quiverful means you are uber conservative Christian. It's a specific sect. And they will not use birth control because they feel that children are a gift from God and will have as many kids as they possibly can. Yeah, not my idea. Can't do that. No. So, yeah. Think the Duggars. The Duggars are quiverful. Oh, John. I I will give you some sites that I know of. I've got a couple over that are UK based that are reasonably priced. And my gut is screaming that the ones you want to pick up first are some selenite. Something like this. Just a little selenite flat tray is the wrong word, but because they cleanse your crystal, selenite cleanses them. And then you'll want to pick up some, of course, clear quartz, hematite because it repels negativity, rose quartz, and amethyst is screaming at me too. Yes. That is a very good idea, John. Selenite cleanses tarot cards beautifully. See, I need to work with more crystals and stuff talk more about crystals and stuff. Okay, come here, notebook. That one's getting written down if I haven't already. 2. You moved it, Di. Where'd you put it? Hey, look at that. I put it right next to my hand. Metaphysical properties. There we go. Ha. Okay, this is amusing to me. We have a neighbor next door who likes to go hunting, and he'll be gone to go hunting for, a few days. I'm assuming this is what he does. And he'll be gone for a few days at a time. At the very least, he'll take his toy out into the backwoods and go play for a while. And we didn't see him for much longer than we normally do. And we're both going, hope he's okay. Have you seen him? Nope. Have you seen him? Nope. Hope he's okay. I'm sure he's okay. Well, we haven't heard anything, so we're probably... And then I saw his truck yesterday. The man behind the curtain saw it earlier yesterday. But I saw his truck yesterday. I'm like, oh, thank God. He's home. He's safe. Do not know this person. Have lived next door to him for about 6 months now. Maybe a year. And I'm just like, oh, thank God. He's okay. We don't know what he does during these trips. But my brain goes, he's been gone for way too long. I'm going to panic and worry. Why am I like this? He's an elder Gen X, if not a Zoomer. Seems pretty chill, pretty cool. All of our interactions with him have been, pleasant, polite. But I'm still one of those people. If you are in proximity to me, even if you are nothing more than a familiar stranger, if I do not see you for a while, I am going to freak the fuck out and worry. So please, Witchlings, if you're going to disappear from my feed for a couple of days and you've been here quite a while, please let me know because I am going to worry. Bean did that to us and we're like, is Bean okay? We haven't seen Bean in a while. Oh, that's right. School started up and Bean was on vacation and had said something. But it was one of those, everything okay there? I am such a mom. I worry about everybody. It's great. Annoying for me, but it's great. Ah! Get back here. No, do not jump out of the candle holder, bitch. Oh. Ooh, Mike's gonna get some new tarot cards. And Mimi wants some crystals. Ah. Oh, and Andrea's on her break, isn't she? That's why we're not seeing Andrea today. Andrea's taking a digital break. And her Wi-Fi has been wonky. Overall, I'm doing okay, y'all. It could be worse, could be better, but I am still above ground, and I'm calling that a win. Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boom. So that's where I'm at these days, and just trying not to stress the fuck out over people. Yep, who wants more? Yeah. Mike wants to get more tarot cards. am. Oh, I am hoping in the relatively. I am hoping in the relatively near future. I have a resale permit in the state of Washington. I am working on getting together with Llewellyn to be able to resell things like tarot cards, because I would absolutely love to supply my witchlings with their cards. Cool, Mimi. I'll check that out once we're off stream. Hey, scooch back in there. You scooch over there. Red, orange, yellow. Okay. Green. I can tell my anxiety's up. I'm frutzing and freaking and putzing around with shit, and I typically do this only when my anxiety's really bad. Tells me I'm not breathing well, or my breathing is really, really bad. All right, scoot. Okay, Red, you got to scoot over just a little bit. You were in the right place to start with. Orange, you got to move now too. There we go. Yellow, scooch that little smidge. There we go. Now everybody's comfy. Hey, Hazel. Good to see you're still here. I'm not okay. Physically. Mentally, I'm actually doing oddly enough, I am doing better mentally today than I have been in a while, other than freaking out because of the fact I feel like I'm air starved. I'm going to get either more. I want to actually take a small video of me panning the area under my monitor here so you guys can see what I look at when I'm doing this every day. Because I have a ton of crystal. Oh God, I've got to dust that, and I can't reach my Swiffer. Oh well. Microfiber. Microfiber cloth to the rescue. All right. This is my life. This is what I do. Oh, I know. And it's that green. I hate this shade of green. Sorry. Yeah. When I'm not breathing well, my anxiety goes up. And when my anxiety goes up, I've got to keep my hands busy. And it also, when I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I like to have something to do with my hands. Because otherwise, yeah, it's an ADD thing. Yeah, sorry. Reminds me too much of her. There we go. Tap that. Oh, look, I have rocks to put back. One of these days, the crystals on my dark half of my crystal thingy is going to end up in my Oh, wait, I've already ended up with crystals in my coffee a couple of times. And there is a reason that all of the crystals I keep on the dark side, are all water safe. Mental note for everybody out there, and I'm going to add this. Yes, I'm going to add this to the content I create. When you are dealing with crystals, make sure that if you are going to get them wet, that they are not water soluble. Case in point, selenite. When it gets wet, effectively it melts. So you do not want to put a selenite stick in your coffee. This, it's a desert rose. It is exactly the same chemical composition as this, just a different form. Do not drop a desert rose in your coffee. You will regret it. and yeah, no. Nope, we're not going to go there. Oh no, they sell them. So, man behind the curtain commented, don't make a toy out of it. Don't make a toy out of it. But my first thought was I have seen rose quartz dildos. Just saying. If you are a selenite stick to the coffee, what will the effect? If you do, It can make you sick. I think what part of what it does, because it's little shards, it's little strings, it would basically be like drinking insulation, fiberglass insulation. That is my understanding. It's not a good thing. Yeah, it's bad. I will confirm that soon. Boo, 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 boo. Da, da, da. I could be wrong, so give me just a second. Not that, you dumb. There we go. What happens when selenite gets wet? It will be... Okay, if selenite gets wet, it will be damaged due to its nature as a soft mineral, gypsum, that is susceptible to water. Prolonged exposure will cause it to dissolve, lose its polish, get smaller, and potentially break into smaller pieces. Even humidity is not good for selenite, and it should not be submerged or exposed to a lot of water for an extended period. It dissolves, it becomes soft, loss of shine and integrity, breakage. So, yes. It's so... Alright, so that's what it does. Yes, salt water is particularly damaging because salt water is corrosive. Alright, wick trimmer, wick rescuer. Yeah. There are a lot of crystals, and especially with the crystal-infused water bottles being a thing, there are a lot of crystals that you don't want to put in your water bottle. Rose quartz, yes, you can do rose quartz. You do not want to do hematite, because hematite rusts. Do you want to drink rusty water? I don't want to drink rusty water. Yeah, I know you did, because you're the pump. Somebody is saying, I grew up drinking rusty water. Yeah. Do you want to do it again? No. Okay, something is missing from up there. I know it's the frog. Oh, yeah. My little axolotl friend. Doom. Axolotl goes there. Flower. Rusty pipes. Rust and smoke. The heaters broke. The door just blew. Oh, shut up, Di. My child, my munchkin, umpteen years ago, was bemoaning the fact that they did not know the words to any Christmas carols, and then proceeded to turn around and sing the entirety of Jingle Bombs from Jeff Dunham. And I'm like, you don't know any Christmas carols, huh? And they're like, that's not a Christmas carol, that's Jeff Dunham. And I'm like, does it mention Christmas? Yes. Yes, I was that mom. I sometimes wonder why my children still tolerate me. I was so horrible. Rub-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Yay, God. Yes. My grandfather pulled that one on more than one occasion. God, that man was brilliant. Yeah, Grandpa was awesome. Oh, the good meat, good bread, good Lord, let's eat. Oh, Daddy, in the name of Daddy-O-Latio and Spook, let's... Yes. I still love the Daddy-O-Latio and Spook. I know Grandpa picked it up, but I don't remember if my brother picked it up from Grandfather, or if Grandfather picked it up from brother. Either way, it was pretty good. Despite their flaws, my family did have some pretty kick-ass sense of humor. Yeah, yeah, we're not really talking about much. There's a part of me that really, really, really wants to go on and on about last night's blue wave, but I'm trying so hard. Yeah. Well, we could recap who all won and all of that, but why? Yes. There were some big wins. Yep. Virginia, yep. There were a lot of firsts. A lot of women were elected last night, which does my heart good. Jeff Dunham is awesome. They're making a left-hand turn. I'm not allowed to quote that particular Jeff Dunham bit in front of my father-in-law because my father-in-law is very, very, very anti-redneck. And insinuating that because of the fact he absolutely worships NASCAR at times, he has redneck tendencies. Yeah, that didn't go over well. Huh? No. That's not Foxworthy. That's not Jeff Foxworthy. That's Jeff Dunham with the puppets. That's funny. Because the last time... Yeah. Oh, yeah, he likes the redneck comedy tour, but he doesn't like it being insinuated that he might have redneck tendencies himself, is what I was saying. Despite the fact that he is redneck to his core, he just doesn't admit it. Because rednecks are Republicans, and he's not a Republican, I think, is probably the logic there. Stupid people. But, you know, I grew up a redneck. I didn't realize that being a redneck is a Republican thing. Although, thinking back, it kind of makes sense now. Majority. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I was watching Mary Trump the other night, and she was talking about her family again. In particular, wait, hold that thought. Was she talking about it, or was that... Because I watched Mary Trump with Katie Couric. I watched an interview between the two of them. Sorry, I smacked my desk again. Like within 5-10 minutes of watching a video about what happened between Trump and his mother, because he praises her to high heaven. And there are family members who are going, I don't know who he's talking about, because he did not know his mother. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of information about the Trump family and Trump family dynamics, because the inner psychologist in my head wants to know what makes this son of a bitch tick. What turned him into this egomaniacal thing? Egomaniacal thing that we ended up with as our president. What's up with Esme, Amy? Is he having a very, very bad day? Oh, the poor kitty. Poor kitty baby. Poor baby cat. Oh, Amy, Fuzzbutt stole my chair today. I am so happy. Of course they saved him. So who came out to save him? Eldest cousin or eldest cousin's husband? Or both? She was. I don't know when she gets home. Oh, you got him. Good. Yay. Poor kitty baby. Poor little furry monster. Oh, hi, Hazel. Oh, saying hi to Hazel again. I keep being reminded she's there. Ah. I caught what you're... Yeah. So... A member of this family that doesn't like cats, it just does not compute. Even my incubator liked cats. She wasn't overly fond of them, but she did like them. She tolerated me having my cat when I was a kid, and then acquiring another one that got pregnant and birthed kittens, and yeah. There we go. Checking to make sure you're still here, Hazel. Yeah. Yeah. He reminded me you were there because he was like, oh yeah, I need to turn on the chat so Hazel can see what you're talking about. Hi. Let's see, what am I doing? Let's see, what else are we talking about? What else do we have to talk about? Oh no, we're not going to do that. That freaked the poor man behind the curtain out earlier. I have okay, fine, if you can. I have a lovely bruise from my shots, Monday. Doesn't feel great. All right. Now I am cleaning up my mess here on my desk, just trying to contain some of the massive chaos that is my office. Yeah, we still have a half an hour, and my brain, I am not as hyper today. Oh, God. John's running on 3 hours of sleep, too. Oh, my God, we're contagious, honey. We are bad influences on all of these wonderful people. I know. Ahead, behind, yeah. She truly did, Amy. She was asking me if you were okay. So was Andrea. So, I love the community we are building here because it's just so awesome, and we take care of each other, which I really love. I know the drill. Oh my God. That actually sounds like something I would say. What was said that I said I wished John was here for the other night? Because he'd have been going absolutely bonkers with it. Wow. You doing okay there, hon? Was that 6:30 this morning or 6:30 dinner time last night? I'm leaning towards it being dinner time. Yep. Thought so. Yeah, I've had one night this week where I crawled in bed around about 11:30 midnight, and then 2 nights later I'm crawling into bed 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I had gone to lay down because I was achy and not feeling good, and laid there and scrolled on my phone for like 2 hours. He came in and he's like, hey, doggo walk. Okay, so I'm out of bed pulling the sweats on to take the dogs out. I have a sweatsuit. It's sitting behind me. It's a pink sweatsuit from Target, and I will pull it on over my t-shirt and leggings that I'm wearing. Hell, I've pulled it on over jeans to take the dogs out. It is literally my dog walking outfit because it's warm-ish. Oh, taking off? Oh, are they taking off? Spawn has a new girlfriend, and they are headed to go do some touristy sightseeing stuff. I am so happy for him. He's living life and having fun. He is being a 22-year-old, and I'm happy. Clap along if you... Yeah. Let's see. Dude, that drum almost sounded like either Funky Cold Medina or Wild Thing. Sorry, y'all couldn't hear what I'm hearing in my head, in my ear. That one. Hi, Luna girl. Where's your good girl? Is your good girl? Y'all come say hi? Come here. You can come here. See if I can get her to come say hi. Come here, baby. Oh, you goofy girl. Sorry, come here. Oh, that's why. Puppy girl. Oh, fine. Cat's toy box was in the way. So I have a little laptop desk that sits here next to me. And she just stuck her head under it. And there was no way I could get you guys to see her. I feel bad. Because of everybody, she's the only one you guys haven't actually gotten to see. Craving food. Food would be good. Yeah, I hear ya. I'm having the problem where during the day when I'm in here, especially with my lights on, I'm comfortable in a tank top or t-shirt and summer weight leggings. Come evening, especially once the sun goes down, I'm like, freezing. Which is why there is a heating pad under the puppy blanket now. The Lisa Frank. Come here, puppy, you're moving. Because you're not where you belong. Boop, boop, boom. There we go. Ha-ha. Ooh, carrots. Yummy, 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 yummy. I love carrots. One of my earliest memories is walking down the street to the neighbor who was like 2 or 3 houses down across the street and just pulling carrots out of his garden and eating them then. And now, thinking back, I am lucky that he did not get very, very irate with me. Well, I would walk down there following my older brother because this gentleman had 2 horses, Stormy and Misty. I was in my teens before I learned the significance of those names. So my brother would go take care of Stormy and Misty in exchange for being able to ride. But his cat had kittens. And he decided to bring this little orange floof over and give it to me, which was my first cat. My mother was pissed because he didn't ask her first. He just brought the kitten over and handed it to me and said, "Here, have a kitten." And I got all excited. I love it. Yep, that cat made the move with us to the vet to Myrtle Creek. But yeah, that was great. Nice. Yes, they were horses, Misty and Stormy, named after the horses, the 2 main horses of Chincoteague. Stormy was awesome. I could go on and on about Stormy, but he was a really awesome horse. Really, really, really even-tempered. Great with kids. So, yeah, love it. Ooh, honey jalapeno hummus. That sounds interesting. It does sound pretty good, though. Honey and jalapeno is good. And then hummus, well, doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to start with, so you add shit to it and it tastes really good. That is my understanding. I want to play with horsies more. And, might get to. Say hi to Cece. Cece wants the horses back. We have a couple of friends who have access to horses, and I'm just like, I want to go ride a horse. It sounds fun. Garlic hummus is pretty good. I love garlic, though. I love garlic. talking with my driver on the way to the hospital Monday. She immigrated from Ethiopia. Ethiopia. And we were talking about the fact that I am the rare, this color person. I actually use seasonings in my food. I use more than just salt and black pepper. I'm like, yeah, a friend of mine introduced us to white pepper, and that shit's amazing. And I'm like, but, I've also learned the magic of seasoning to the point I have a woman who is a friend of mine. She is a black woman and a chef. And she says that I am one of the few white women whose food she will eat. At least you do more than some women, some white women, Amy. I have learned, I know how to use turmeric and cumin and cinnamon to make an amazing, curry. I know all of the separate ingredients in Italian seasoning and can do it that way, but honestly, it is just easier to grab Italian seasoning in the jar. What I would love, and I need help doing this one, I want to have my own herb garden. Because one of the most awesome things I have ever been able to do was walk out the front door of the house that my kids grew up in before we moved here, snip off fresh rosemary from the giant-ass rosemary plant growing, and go drop it into whatever Italian food or whatever I'm cooking. Oh my God, I want to be able to do that again. I want to grow rosemary, sage, even though I'm allergic to it, lavender, maybe, depending on whether the boys are still here. But I want to grow my own herbs because, that way I know that I am... thank you. Ethically sourcing the herbs that I'm using in my craft and my cooking. And just... It's another way, and it also provides me with the ingredients I need for my spell kits, so I don't have to, spend a whole lot of money on that. Yes, seasoning is what makes or breaks food, and I am one of those weird people. I will now put a little bit of salt on some foods, not very often. I will not add pepper. I do not add anything other than condiments like ketchup, mustard, or whatever once food hits the plate in front of me. I don't add hot sauce. I don't add salt, pepper. I will sometimes put salsa on it if it's a meal that calls for salsa. Because, cooking salsa in is one thing, but then you drizzle a little bit over the top. But I had someone once when I was a teenager tell me to just drip a little bit of hot sauce on some slightly freezer burnt sausage, and it would take, you wouldn't even taste the hot sauce, and it'll take the flavor of the freezer burn away. And I'm going, oh. Yep, that's what I'm using, Mimi. Because the pots, I need the salt that has more electrolyte-like stuff in it, so Himalayan pink is my go-to. It also, because of some of the man behind the curtains health issues, we cannot use iodized salt. So I have learned that the pink salt is great. Huh? Yeah, so I either use the pink salt or we use sea salt. Those are the two that we use in this house. I also grew up with the incubator not using iodized salt because it would make her break out, so... but I don't. I have an aversion to black pepper. I know why I have this aversion. My dad, God rest his ever-loving soul, two things. Hey, Rolf, two things that my dad would drown food in depending on. Everything got drowned in pepper. I mean everything. And it was a layer of pepper. And ketchup. I eat ketchup on eggs. I eat ketchup on eggs because of my dad. I know. Shut up. I love you. I don't want to hear that one. Yes. Yes. Oh, my dad loved kids, too. So, yes, they definitely would have gotten along. But he was picky. I just spit all over myself. He was picky about what brand he would eat. I know we use the Heinz now, but I think my dad was a Huntsman. Barbecue sauce is the best thing for veggies. Depends on the veggies I'm eating. I will dip veggies in barbecue sauce, ranch dressing, or honey mustard. I eat honey mustard on a lot of shit. I thought my mom was going to throttle me one time, though. We were at an Elks Lodge function, and the only dressing they had for salads was ranch. And I'm like, I don't like ranch. She looks at me and she's like, you eat Cool Ranch Doritos like they're going out of style. I'm like, so? It's the same flavor. It is? Yeah. Sweet. So from then on, ranch was my favorite dressing. It had been Thousand Island. And then I found honey mustard. I know. John, I love your sense of humor. But honey mustard has been my go-to ever since. It's amazing. It's great. I eat it on so much. Was over at the in-laws one time, wanted salad, and they didn't have honey mustard, and I think the only dressing they had was Thousand Island, and I was not feeling it. So I'm like, wait a minute. Mom has honey, and there's mustard in the fridge. We're going to try something. So I made my own honey mustard, and I was so happy with myself. Yes, I truly am that easily pleased with myself. My father-in-law is the most Midwestern man. I swear. Yeah. He has the most white bread Midwestern taste I have ever seen. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Red Robin's honey mustard is so good. Okay, we're going to grab this thing. Yeah, their honey poppy seed. Their honey poppy seed is pretty good too. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed. Haha. The drawback to having these nails is I cannot scratch an itch. All right. That makes sense. Their O-ring sauces, barbecue mayo. Mayo is a great base for a lot of stuff. That's why chocolate mayo cake is a thing. Chocolate mayonnaise cake. Love it. I bet I couldn't eat it anymore. Because chocolate mayo cake is cocoa, cold coffee, and mayonnaise, and of course flour or something. I don't remember what else. But I can't stand the taste of black coffee anymore. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Chocolate mayo cake recipe came from Dad's side of the family. So it sounds awful, but if you think about it, all mayonnaise is eggs and oil. Oh, honey, I can make a million things with ground turkey. Anything you would make with ground beef, you can make with ground turkey. So, how much fat does it have? That's true. So, that's true. Yeah, it wouldn't taste that good. Let's see. You can make meatloaf. Let's see. You can make tacos out of it. Let's see what else. Bastardized or even regular shepherd's pie, enchiladas. What else? I haven't cooked with ground beef in a while. I have been making Chili. Let's see, what else? Cheesy, yeah, broccoli, cheese, and rice with a little bit of, cook up the cheesy chicken and rice, except instead of chicken, make it with ground turkey. Yep. So you cook up the turkey and then you mix it in to some cooked up rice with cream of cheddar soup, cheddar soup, cream of chicken soup, and some broccoli if you like broccoli. Mix that all up. There's my bastardized shepherd's pie where I just cook up the ground meat, make a pot of mashed potatoes, dump the meat into the mashed potatoes, dump some garlic into the mashed potatoes, and then mix a bag of frozen veggies in, or 2 bags depending on how much potato you've made. Stir it all up. It looks awful and horrible, but it tastes amazing. Or you can actually do the whole, proper shepherd's pie thing and put the meat and veggies in the bottom layer and then smooth the mashed potatoes out over them, sprinkle some cheese on top, toss it under the broiler for a few minutes until it's golden. I mean, there's a meal. Wow, I have been cooking on the cheap for an army for years because those are my ideas are big meals that are really, really, really cheap. Turkey sketty, yep. Oh, God. 2 cans of tomato sauce, 1 can of tomato paste, 1 can of diced tomatoes, Italian seasoning, and then cook up the ground up turkey. Oh, yeah, garlic and all of the good stuff. Season it to taste. And then, toss that in with some noodles, and you got a really good meal, again, that will last forever. If you want baked spaghetti, cook it all up, mix it all up together, put it into a pan, layer cheese over it, toss it in the broiler, let it get melty, and oh God, that sounds so good. Maybe I'll make spaghetti for me and the boys in the near future. I know you do, and that would kill you right now. The tomato would wreak havoc with your system so bad. And the pasta. So I am also one of those people that we can have almost nothing in the house and I can just grab random. Ooh, Hazel uses Creole seasoning in almost everything. I know you said that a while ago. I apologize for not getting to it. I saw it and forgot that she had said it and I was going to address it. But I am very, very, very good at being able to just pull random stuff and make an awesome meal out of it. It's a mom thing. It's a low-income mom thing. What you doing? What's you sniffing? Hey, Sniffy. You want to come here? Trying to convince someone to quit sniffing in the doorway. Come here. Damn it. There. Nope. Damn it! Get off the damn nebulizer hose. Well, sheepskin. There. It only came off the nebulizer, so. Hi. You gotta come around. Or not. Okay. Goofy boy. No! Sweetheart. Back up. Child, sweetheart, there we go. So how I mentioned the laptop table that Luna stuck her head under? Someone else just walked under it and was standing with his nose on this side, his tail on that side, and he proceeded to clear half the table. He's a fuzzy butt, just to somebody ask how you're doing. Huh, baby? So the good news with Fuzzbutt is he stole my chair this morning. He stole my chair this morning for the first time in a week. Let's see. Come here, Fuzzy Boy. Come here. You gotta get down. I'll pick you back. I'll lay you back up in a minute. Come here, baby. Oh, yeah. Come here, big guy. Boop, boop, boom. He's a Fuzzy Butt. Tickles. Sorry, y'all. Tickles. You want to say hi, puppies? Hi. Your adoring fans await you, sweetheart. He's doing much, much better. He's a happy boy. Yeah. Oh, he go purr. He got the loud purr. Look at this happy kitty. Hey, oh. Bye-bye. A better place. One cake at a time. Love it. Yeah, we've gotten ground turkey from the food bank before. Before I moved in with the man behind the curtain. I always looked at going to the food bank as an adventure in learning how to cook new things that I wouldn't. Okay, hold on. Fuzzy butts, we gotta scooch. Scooch. Okay, there we go. Okay, what I was saying. I have gotten ground turkey before from the food bank. It was not something that I would normally have cooked with. And I realized, going to the food bank is an adventure in learning how to cook with foods that I wouldn't normally cook with. And I learned that we actually did like some things that we never would have tried otherwise. And that is really, really awesome. I am very happy about that. Oh, you know what else I want? I want to make fried rice again soon. Yeah, so my family calls powdered milk dog milk. Apparently we had an extended relative that had lactose issues. And for some reason, the lactose in powdered milk was more digestible. So they would drink it, but the rest of the family, for some reason, I don't remember the details here, but the powdered milk usually got fed to the dogs. Or someone fed the powdered milk to the dogs, so we just called it dog milk. And we usually kept some in the house. And when we were having gravy-based meals, such as the one we call white sauce, the number of times we have made white sauce with powdered milk because we had to keep the regular milk to drink. Yeah. I can't do powdered milk. It has a really off flavor. Oh, yeah, happy kitty. Yeah, sweetened. I haven't tried sweetened condensed milk for anything except pie making, although I do now know a way to make caramel out of it. And it's a matter of basically just boiling the can long enough. Oh, it says it's all love. Hazel just said she just noticed my top. It says it's all love, and it was Torrid's Pride shirt the year before I quit. So 22. Pride 22. That was one of the things that I really, really loved about Torrid was their Pride merch. I have an itch. Oh well. Need to go, baby. You are still purring up a storm here. Nice. Hi. Are you a happy cat? You're the happiest kitty cat. Hey, where? Sorry. Yeah, can't do powdered milk. It's not. Nope. Oh, yeah. Are you a happy boy? Yep. All right, my lovelies, my darlings, my dears. It is about that time. And the furry children are saying, Mom, we want to go. Oh, that's a murder mitten to the thigh. And the furry children are saying, Mom, we want to go for walkies. So, my darlings, my dears, my witchlings, let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there is already enough darkness and hate. Please try to be beacons of light and hope and love for those who are lost and stumbling in the dark. Make sure your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up in fur, glide on scales, or tiptoe on teeny tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far, far too soon. And please, my witchlings, always, always, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted. You are needed. And you do have a purpose here, even if you haven't figured it out yet. I love you guys to bits and pieces. Namaste, witchlings.